As we get older, it's harder to stay in shape. Not only is it harder, but finding the free time to do some of the things you used to do becomes few and far in between. The desire, still there to stay healthy, shit, just to stay active doesn't go away. But as we know, Father Time wins every single time. So we must do our part to ride along Father Time rather than have him just take us. I gotta give a big shout out to Banana Bag, always fresh, for keeping me in the freshest, latest drops each and every episode. Y'all go check them out ASAP. Banana Bag, always fresh. Welcome back, family. I think slipping into eating bad comes from a few different things over time. I say the access to money is definitely a big one. Being an adult, if you don't want to eat what you have at the house and you have the money and the ability to get something else, then you will. And that's a slippery slope itself. You mean to tell me at home I can make baked chicken and some veggies? Or on the way home, I can stop at Wingstop, grab a 12-piece lemon pepper wet, fry hard with some fries? See, it get harder and harder. Picking that at-home, healthier, and less expensive option should be the go-to. But the way your taste buds and the time is set up, you want that Wingstop no matter how you rationalize it. It becomes easier to choose those options when you have them at your access. Unlike when you was a kid and mama would hit you with that, you got some McDonald's money, or I already cooked at the house. I'm like, Mom, I know. That's why I want McDonald's. As I cried out, she wasn't having it. Y'all already know. So now you can get it yourself. So you do. But this is when you got to start working on that discipline. Just because you can have it, don't mean you need to have that 12-piece lemon pepper wet, fried hard with fries right now. This not to say having those type of foods you can't have, but limiting them, as we all know, will create a healthier and more money at the end of the month. And we all will be happy about that. Seeing them some extra ducats in your bank account because you decided not to go out to eat 3 or 4 times this week, you'll appreciate it at the end of the month. Trust me. Also, side note, food at the grocery store is getting dumb expensive nowadays. But I would say learning how to make that shit at the crib will not only last a little bit longer than it would if you was to say go buy it from a fast food spot. Plus, you will learn some new skills to add to your bag. No lie. I'm going to keep it a buck though. I think a lot of unhealthy eating, well, I'm going to talk about me. Well, my unhealthy eating comes from the internet. I know you like, what you mean it come from the internet? The internet don't buy food on. Let me explain. There's no way I should know that over in another city got the best rated wings on our side of the country. I shouldn't know that. I shouldn't know that the best wings is a couple hours away. The access to what people are eating all around the world invokes a curiosity that I don't think anyone had back before the internet, or before people was really posting food reviews and going to different restaurants. Y'all, you know what I'm saying. We now within seconds can even find some of those hidden gems around us just by jumping on one of our social medias and seeing an influencer in our city trying a restaurant you never even heard about. Yo, they be having you in the parts of your city that you even grew up in saying, man, I ain't never been over here before, dead ass. Now we are able to even travel to places that's a few hours away. I know people that actually plan trips around food spots in different cities. I don't think like going out or the nightlife will ever be Trump when it comes to travel. But that food scene, like it's creeping up to a good 1B along with extracurricular activities like skydiving or ATV, whatever you choose. Sightseeing, those different things we do when we go out of town. Going to different cities and seeing how they put a spin on one of your favorites will have you questioning where you live at. Also, with all these new restaurants popping up and apps allowing you to get their food sent to you with a click of a couple buttons, is making, I'm going to say, not so good food choices way easier. With time, technology will only keep growing. So we'll only be able to get things even faster than before. Knowing and having that I don't need that all the time, or now is developed and takes its time, but it needed. It is very, very needed if you want to live a healthier lifestyle. No one is perfect, and being healthy is something we must ask ourselves. What does it look like? What will it take? I don't think anything comes without sacrifice. I mean that in the best way, or maybe the worst way. Change is needed to grow beyond the person you see in the mirror. To be able to be there and be involved in your later years takes understanding what may have got you here is not going to keep you going for the long haul if you eating like that. Yeah, it's good. It's good as hell. But if we can't put moderation button on it, you'll add years to your life, to your skin, more importantly, to your pockets. It is much easier to stay active than to have to jumpstart your body back into being active. We all move on a daily. Some of us even have physical jobs where we stand in doing a lot of walking or even lifting heavy stuff. That's cool and all, but those are not really the movements that are being used to play sports or anything like that. I would say maybe lifting weights because it reflects a lot of daily movement. Getting back there is hard. It takes a flip of the switch in your brain. Not to be like you was when you were younger, but to think, what will happen if I don't? That's a big question. And I know a lot of us have asked ourselves this as we drove past the gym en route to doing something unhealthy. Eating something unhealthy, just overall doing something unhealthy. I was just hooping. This made me think. I was just hooping with some young guys, and it brought me back to reality on how old I really am. They over on the court shooting, getting warm. As soon as we walk in the gym, fellas and ladies, all of us over 30, what's the first thing we doing as soon as we get in the gym before we hoop? Stretching, warming up, getting those muscles loose, all that pre-game preparation shit that all our coaches taught us growing up. And why I hear one of them on the court look over here and it would say, look at them getting warmed up, doing real stretches. I dead ass busted out laughing because I was once them. I was once that age looking at the old heads I was hooping with, saying the same thing. And it's crazy how life shows you the future without telling you it's the future. That makes me think of another thing though. I used to say or think when I was younger, hooping with the older heads that would come to the gym back in the day. Some that didn't come regularly would say, man, I ain't pick up a ball in however amount of time, whether it be 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, whatever. But I will always think, how, Sway? I was young and playing basketball almost every day. Shit, I wore shorts under my pants just in case a game popped off. I had to be ready. But it would rack my brain that someone would not play basketball every day of their free time. Then life started. I wouldn't say soon after that because I was still pretty young and hooping every day. But man, as you get older, you understand playing basketball every day just cannot happen unless you're getting paid for it. But for the average working man, father, hooping every day is not feasible. Not only because of your responsibilities out there, but man, your body just will not bounce back like it used to. I played one hustle or 21, like they call it, in about 4 games that day. My ankle's still feeling weak and tender right now. But I like it. For all those who play sports or lift weights, back when they was younger, know that weird pain that you get from getting back into it and your body just, getting used to doing this again. That old feeling, it feel good and bad because yes, your body is sore as hell, but you see that changing a few things here or there when it comes to healthier food choices and maybe coming to the gym a little bit more often when you have some free time, you can get it back. Well, I'm not going to say back. I'll say get to where this is what it looks like at the age you are now. I think we were getting messed up at sometimes we go to the gym eating healthy as we chase a ghost from a past body. Maybe even someone we saw on social media. But I think we get to a point where we say, okay, what does healthy look like on me personally? Is it my back not always hurting? Is it my knees not hurting going up the stairs? Or is it I can do a 5K run, a marathon, a triathlon? Whatever it looks like, that's the goal. Since being an adult, I have and on too many occasions realized I ain't young no more. All but one of my major sports injuries has come in my adult life. Hooping in a men's league the day before my 30th birthday, guess what I did? Tore my ACL. Just hooping with some people from work last year. Broke my left hand. Like, come on, man. I know I'm old, but I ain't brittle. But those type of injuries definitely snapped my mind back to actually thinking about my body and what's needed to maintain if I want to stay active in the years to come. I don't want to grow old. I just want to age gracefully. You really got to get warmed up, stretch, all this stuff at this age. It's hard, but I really believe that old saying, you get old when you stop playing, or something like that. Y'all get what I'm saying though. But your body starts to shut down when you don't do the things your body used to do to stay moving and lively. I'm never not going to say these sports aren't a young man's game. But there's room somewhere for us old heads that just want to get up and down the floor. So stay active, family. Your older you will thank you. This has been episode 5, Staying Active. This episode was brought to you by Beyond Solutions, where a clean space is a safe place. Book them now for all your carpet cleaning, junk removal, and commercial cleaning needs. You can catch a new episode every Tuesday. And follow the F Word on all social medias for daily fatherhood content. And remember, you're doing a good job.